What's up, guys? Derek, moreplates.moredates.com. Today I'm going to be talking about the first thing you should take when you are going to start a hair loss prevention regimen. So, obviously there's quite a bit of things on the market. There's a lot of junk. There's some stuff that works, but how to know what you should use and when you should use it. The first thing, I already mentioned this in another video, but getting a hair catcher is the first thing you should do, obviously, because this is the only way you're going to accurately gauge if things are working or not treatment-wise, and assess kind of your progress and kind of project how your hair is going to respond. Because if you're shedding 200 hairs a shower and then you start a prevention regimen and it drops to like 5 hairs a shower, you can kind of project, okay, I should be increasing in density over the course of the next couple months, assuming that shedding amount stays consistent. So anyway, this is the first thing you should get. Actual product for hair loss prevention, though, in my opinion, the first thing you should get is ketoconazole shampoo. There is debate whether this is an effective anti-androgen at the hair follicles or if it does anything to begin with. I think there's solid evidence to support that it does, and there are a lot of anecdotal logs to support that it does, and I personally feel like it does too, based on my own experience. The thing is, though, this is the only thing that's over the counter that, well, I guess technically minoxidil is over the counter too, but in my opinion, that's a bit of a intense drug, and I honestly wouldn't even add that in until way down the line. That's like the last thing I would add in. But ketoconazole shampoo is low risk. It's over the counter. It's not illegal to get without a prescription. It's and for some guys, it's enough to halt shedding. Like, maybe not for if you're really prone to hair loss, which everyone is to some extent realistically, but if you're just starting to worry about hair loss prevention, which I think anyone who's a guy watching this should be if they care about their hair, sometimes this is enough to halt shedding. So if you can get your shedding down, like, obviously you want to be on the least amount of drugs and stuff possible, ideally. You want to get the most bang for your buck. You don't want to start worrying about hair loss and then go gung-ho into ketoconazole, RU, dutasteride, minoxidil. Like, you don't want to go full board. You want to use the minimum you can get away with, and then you have other stuff in kind of like your arsenal for later down the line when you need them, should you end up needing them, which you most likely will, to be honest, but some people don't. And if you fall into that category where you don't, ideally you want to use the least amount of stuff possible, obviously. So get a ketoconazole shampoo and see how that affects your shedding amount. Get a baseline with a hair catcher to see kind of what your shower average is for how many hairs you lose, and then add a ketoconazole shampoo and see if your shedding amounts change and get better. If you can get things under control with a good ketoconazole shampoo, then like, you are lucky. You'll probably need something more intense, like an actual 5-alpha reductase inhibitor or a topical anti-androgen or something along those lines. But if you can get away with just, a run-of-the-mill shampoo, then why would you, exert more stuff upon yourself if you can just get away with that? Like, if I could just use that and have zero shedding, that's all I'd use, but I can't, and that's why I use other stuff. For you in particular, your situation may differ because everyone has their own individual propensity and amount of hair to work with and stuff like that. So anyways, definitely worth taking a look at. And as far as the percentage, if you're in the States, I believe 2% is prescription only. In Canada, interestingly enough, minoxidil in Canada, you can't find 5%. You can only find, I believe it's 2% in like Costco. But then if you go to the States, you can find 5% super easily for strength. But then we have 2% ketoconazole over the counter. Like, this is 2% Nizoral. You can buy this in Costco over the counter, but then in the States, for some reason, the 2% is prescription only. It makes no sense. It's almost like, reminds me of like ephedrine and Yohimbine. Like, for some reason, ephedrine, we can buy it in Canada over the counter, and you can't it's banned in the States. But then in the States, Yohimbine is allowed, and in Canada, Yohimbine is not allowed. It's kind of like, anyways, I'm pretty sure the 1% though, like I've used both the 2% and 1% for years, and I don't notice a difference really between them. And realistically, this shampoo makes my hair look better than this shampoo anyways, this is the 2% one. It's just because Nizoral is just a cheaper, lower quality shampoo in general. Nothing to do with hair loss prevention stuff. But obviously if your hair looks worse because it's like the shampoo's not as good of quality, then your hair is going to look worse regardless of androgenic alopecia and stuff like that. So anyways, definitely pick up hair catcher, ketoconazole shampoo. Definitely the best first move. And then at that point, should you you will likely need more if you're prone to hair loss, but if you don't, then it's definitely a big win for you. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you like this, please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, stay updated when I post new videos. Talk to you guys soon.